All right, let's talk about it all with our CNN contributor, LZ Grandison, also Terrence Moore. He's a sports contributor to CNN.com and a columnist at MLB.com. Thank you both for being here. And LZ, I want to start with you. So Goodell made this visit over the weekend on Saturday. Now you have this PSA rolling out during the games today, ensuring a lot of people are going to see it. Is it real progress or is it PR crisis management?
Yes. It is definitely both. I would have preferred a couple of more no mores, to tell you the truth. Like no more the player wasn't charged. No more the justice system's already handled it. That would have been more specific to what the NFL has been dealing with and what led it to this particular point. But with that being said, I do believe the PSA is a step in the right direction because its fan base is still saying things like, he's a good guy, he didn't mean it, what does she do? So I think in that front, it is a good step forward. But it is PR for the NFL as well.
Terrence, what's your take after seeing that and then obviously also reading about and hearing about Goodell's visit over the weekend to the center that deals with all of these people that are victims of domestic violence?
Well, image-wise to the NFL, this will have zero effect because the overwhelming majority of people who love the NFL is even more so even now. I mean, they're addicted to this sport. But there is bad news and good news here. The bad news is Roger Goodell and the NFL continue to insult our intelligence. Okay, what we're seeing here is the old Michael Vick playbook. You know, Michael Vick had that little problem with dogs, and the next thing you know, anytime he could kiss or hug a German Shepherd, you saw it. Okay, so this is obviously all PR. The good news is, according to the stats from this national hotline for domestic violence, it's increased something like 85%. The number of women or just victims that are calling them for help. Now, they don't have enough volunteers in that regards, but with all of this taking place, the NFL is going to use this as a sort of a PR stunt from their standpoint to start throwing a lot of money at them. So in effect, it's going to turn out to be pretty good for them in the long run as far as the hotline and for the NFL image-wise.
Let's talk, LZ, about what more can be done, right? It's one thing to react in the weeks and even the months like this season, the NFL, but don't we want to see Roger Goodell and the NFL doing things to help for a long time?
Well, absolutely. And, there are certain things that I believe the NFL can do in its hiring process to help send a clear message to its recruitment stream. What do I mean by that? I mean that if you're a college player and you have issues with domestic violence, that you may not be eligible to be drafted into the NFL. Not just send a message to the men who are playing right now, but send a message to the men who aspire to play one day. You can also start doing things like, instead of saying 6 games, saying if you are convicted of domestic violence, there's a lifetime ban. Just done. We're not having a discussion. We're not going to go through the PR of trying to reacclimate you back into our league after 6 games. We are done with you if you have a conviction of domestic violence. That is strength.
Terrence, your reaction, is that what needs to happen? Because I know you think that Goodell is in trouble here in terms of his future as a commissioner.
Yeah, I think he's in trouble in this sense. I really do believe that there's a smoking gun out there, and it's called the video. I talked to an NFL insider who worked at the league office for years, and he told me that there is no way possible that a video could be mailed to that office and not have somebody higher up see it, including the commissioner at some point. I do believe that something's going to happen with that video that's going to expose him. Now, getting back to what LZ said, he's perfectly right on what needs to happen here, but I'm going to take a step further. We're concentrating a little bit too much on the commissioner. It's got to start with the teams. There's a particular team that I talked to about this. They've already started the wheels in motion of educating their players, educating their executives, and telling them, look, this is what's got to happen and not happen when it comes to domestic violence. And they've even brought in counselors to talk to these people. So that's a step in the right direction for them.
Guys, I'm glad we're talking about it. Let's keep talking about it throughout this season, next season, and the next season until we see some real change. Thank you both. Appreciate it.